Check video chapters to skip.
So, Overwatch 2. Do I like it or do I hate it? But before that, I'll only be talking about the Overwatch 2 beta's overall experience in this video. I will do a second video about how some problems can be fixed, and what is already good enough and needs to stay. I also make a third video specifically about Bastion. Yeah, you know what, Blizzard? Shame on you. You know who you are. Shame on you. All that aside, about Overwatch 2. If you ask me, I would say the beta as Overwatch 2 sucks ass. However, the beta as Overwatch 1.1 is okay. Yes, let's not act retarded while discussing this topic. Overwatch 2 is by no means Overwatch 2. It's just an expansion to the game. Yes, and that's including the PvE stuff. So I'm not gonna pretend like this is a thing. This is just pure natural copium right from Blizzard's ass. Now that I've made things clear, let's talk beta. The beta changed many questionable stuff in the game. Some are good, and some are, well, questionable. First off, I know, let's tackle the elephant in the room. The queue times are horrendous. But I will excuse this one because it might be because of the nature of the beta. The other big change has to be the number of players in the team and everything that changed due to it. As you know, it got changed from 6v6 to 5v5. Why I both do and don't like the changes. I like it because the match feels a bit less chaotic. That's a given, since it's literally 2 players of the match, and because now you just need to 1v9 instead of 1v11 each game. Didn't get that? Yeah, as a Bastion People player, your teammates are kinda also your enemies too, so don't mind this one. Especially when everybody kinda fucked my family every 2 matches when I used to play Bastion. Let alone the countless death threats and false blame, even though I did more healing and damage than our healers and DPS players. So that's definitely a positive. But on the other hand, you have the shitty balancing Overwatch has due to that change. Tanks are absurd. Orisa and Doomfist are having hardcore CBT right on the payload while we tickle them with our pew-pews. It's like they are playing the game for us. Tanks already had a huge responsibility to a team's win or loss before the beta. I never expected Blizzard to have that responsibility tripled for no reason. It's like they're asking for tanks to be the game. Because Blizzard's smart ass thought it was good to adjust the tanks to a 5v5 setting and leave most of the other heroes unchanged to the 6v6 format, which is extremely dumb. The healers are making the tank almost invincible, unless you have an Ana, which is why she's S tier in the beta, and the sassiest grandma you'll ever meet. Seriously, check her voice lines. And TPS are... well, they're still TPS and they're still as popular as they will ever be. 2 heroes got reworked and a new hero joined the game in the TPS category. We have Bastion, aka the worst rework this game will ever witness. Sombra, a decent rework. And Sojourn, 76. We also have Orisa, which became Javelin Spear fucking Guan Yu. But I dig it. Though I find it very hilarious that people used to call Paladins an Overwatch copy, and now look at how times have changed. Overwatch is copying Paladins. If you don't get what I'm referring to, Paladins has always been a 5v5 game. They knew it was the better formula even though they were copying Overwatch. I mean, when it comes to game mechanics and design, Paladins has always been better than Overwatch. The systems they use are much more fun and fresh for each champion. Overwatch could really make use of that. Done well, of course. Not half-assed like they did to the 5v5 thing. I mean, even if the future Overwatch 2 is better than Paladins, they still don't have Amelia Watson as the announcer, so that's always a negative for Overwatch. However, all that aside, and all the tears of Zenyatta players, I am really really disappointed with the game. But wait, that is for now. This beta might be too different from what live Overwatch 2 might look like. But for now, I am not impressed. Especially after 2 years of nothing. All these changes should have been in the game already and much more, to be honest. We used to get a hero every 4 months, so that means right now we should have about 6 more heroes in the game. Not just Sojourn. I know they have more heroes hidden, but if they're not more than 6 heroes, then Overwatch 2 is technically less than if they just continued Overwatch 1. So that is a big problem, let alone all the reworks they should have done to the characters. Bastion should have had his rework years ago instead of now, even though his rework in itself needs a rework because it sucks massive dick.
Please revert Ultimate for the love of God.
Overwatch 2 can't help but feel like just a couple of updates and releases that got heavily delayed and should already be in the live game right now. So the existence of the beta is a step behind. If they wanna fix this shit, they better just drop the whole beta idea and just drop the next beta into the live game. And from there start adjusting. Because whatever they're doing right now, it's just not working. And no matter how much you think getting 1.4 million viewers on Twitch for the beta pass is a huge achievement, it is just a win for a week and a loss for years. Some might say there's still the PvE stuff, but let's be real. PvE only matters when it's new. If they don't continue on with more updates and more stories and levels, then it's useless. Especially when the PvP of the game is dogshit. I have tried to give many ideas and try to fix the game years ago and be supporters on the forums. Some of the ideas I had in 2018 can literally save Overwatch if implemented, but they never listen. Today I'm gonna end it with a note of disappointment. Dear Blizzard, stop with the bullshit and fix your goddamn game.